But I hope this darn thing's working. All right, everybody. Well, welcome back to another fun-filled episode of Tim Time Projects. So this is the inside of the radio from the Philco Model 20. My friend and neighbor Art stopped by and he started talking old radio stuff and got me interested in working on this again. So I wanted to look at a couple things, and I'm trying to remember where I left off. I believe, would you believe, that these two are the audio amplifiers, and I can show you that probably in the schematic here somewhere. And hope you can hear me over all the noise because I have an AC unit running behind me, and I'm still trying to find the problem with that 10-meter radio. So anyhow, and I don't remember, but these were non-functioning. I don't remember why. I don't remember if the heater wasn't working. I don't remember anything. I'll have to look at that video again because it's been too long. But I'll put the schematic here. Still don't have my computer up here, but these would be these two right here. Let me get something to point with. The 71As right here. All right, so those are the two amplifiers, pretty much trying to make sure that they're staying in focus here. And I want to see if the transformer that feeds them right here, if she's any good, and I want to make sure that the high voltage line that comes through there, there's a capacitor will be blocking the high DC voltage, make sure that that's not shorted. And maybe took out the transformer or the tubes. So I'm not sure what's taken out, but I want to take a look at that real quick. So without powering anything up, I'm going to just kind of poke around with an ohm meter and see what I come up with. And as you can hear, the bird is upstairs whistling. So I don't even remember what it looks like underneath. We'll tip this thing one way or another, probably on this side because that's the transformer side. That'll be the heavy side. Oh, look at that. Let's see, can we get you in here to see? Excuse the camera movement, but probably the easiest way to do it so I can see what's happening there. All right, let's take a look and see. These two tubes are right here. Nothing's been fired up in quite a while, so I don't think I have to worry about the capacitors having any energy in them. And let's see, there would be, according to the schematic, there would be, to the grid of each one of those tubes, should be an end of the transformer. So let's see which transformer we're looking at, which is probably going to be this one. One there and one there. So this would be the grid right here and there. So let's just take a look. Let's take a look-see and get the old fluke out. It's the best one I can use to keep it in focus here. I don't have enough cameras to be high-tech to use that picture-in-picture stuff. So find the best set of leads for what we want to do. First, I am going to put it on volts just to confirm that there's nothing crazy and a charge cap somewhere, which I know there's not, but just double check here. Can't hurt. There's one grid, and get my head out of there. Right on the tube. There's the other grid, and as you can see, there's nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So now if I go to ohms, well, I should definitely show more than over limits. Let's just double check that the ohm meter's working. Oh, look at that. I thought I saw something. Gotta find a way to. Alright, I'm showing. One. There's one. Alright, I have 1 meg ohm. I'll pull the tubes out just to confirm. 1 meg ohm. Again, I think that's a little bit high for a transformer. Ouch. Okay. So let's see. So now there is, and where can you go that you can see? Alright, this transformer, so from here to here, from grid to grid, which is each side of the secondary of the transformer, I'm reading 1 meg ohm, which is way too high. So let's see where the center tap goes. Shall we? Alright. Let's find the center tap there, and it's going, according to this guy, it's going down to a bus that runs across from the high voltage transformer, which would be this guy down here, this out of the way. So let's see, this would be it right here, and the reason I say that is because it's on the same side as the two primaries. And let's see where this one's going to. It looks like it goes to, I think that's a capacitor, and the other side goes to, well, maybe not. The other side goes to another tube. So, oh yeah, here we go. So one side goes to a tube, and yes, this side does join with the capacitor. So this would be the secondary, these two wires here. Let's look back over here and see if we have anything from the center point. What do we got here? 1.6 meg ohms there. 1.6 meg ohms there. I have a funny feeling that this transformer has been depleted of its life. Let's see what we have on the secondary side. One would go here, and one would go here. Pull that tube out just to confirm. 1.1 kilo ohm. Come on, tube. Alrighty, I got the tube out here. This little fella here. And 1.1 k ohm. It's a little higher than expected, but I'm not going to write it off completely, but it does. Well, let's see if I can zoom in on this. Come on, zoom in more. There we go. I don't know if you'll be able to catch it on the camera there. You move it in front of a piece of paper. That little piece of wire there. I found it laying in the bottom, just laying down here. Not really sure what it's from. It looks, I don't know, kind of flexible. I'm wondering if it is like transformer wire from one of the transformers. So I'm going to put this aside. And I saw some markings in here that somebody had made some notes. I can't tell, maybe it looks like a 6. I don't know. But anyhow, just some of the things that I'm finding in here. All right, let me finish investigating. All right, looks like we have here a combination resistor and capacitor. Don't worry, it doesn't look much better without me zooming the camera in. But I want to check that. That is probably this device right here. So that's what I'm going to go after. So let me confirm. Let's see. That could be good news. Or not. No, it's saying 2.8 ohms. That's definitely bad news if that's the capacitor. Let's check the other two. So the one that goes there. So I want this one and this one. That's saying 171.5 ohms. Let's see what's supposed to be. What are we calling that? Number 8. 250 ohm resistor. We're showing 150. That might be the case. So, what I think I want to do, I want to pull this fellow out and just confirm that that is what I'm looking at. Alrighty, of course the battery went dead halfway through taking it apart, but inside this component here is this capacitor, and it looks like it got awful hot because it melted the lead off of it. And then this resistor here, and check that out. Well, they actually did talk about wire wound resistor, huh? Hopefully you can see that. Put a little more light on it. I hate to turn it yellow or anything, but sometimes it doesn't work as expected. But anyhow, so I'm going to replace it with this, which is a 0.047 microfarad at 630 volts, and this which is a resistor of 220 ohms. Originally this thing contained 0.05 microfarad and a 250 ohm, but I don't know how precision you really expect to get with that. So I got a 220 and we'll be putting that in. Inside here there was just, it was like a, I don't know what it actually is, but it breaks out pretty easy. It's like a, almost like a plastic. Some people say it's tar, but it's not. It wasn't real viscous like tar. It was like almost solid, but it broke out real easy. So anyhow, here's the diagram of how it looks. That's dark enough. Maybe if I turn this off, you'll be able to see better. And that would be in this orientation. The resistor goes between the pin that sticks out to the back and the center pin, whereas the capacitor spans both ends. So, I want to just get this cleaned up a little bit more. The solder, I mean. Somewhere I had my solder wick Chronicles. Where the heck did it go? No? Oh, here it is. Put it back. A little bit of soldering paste on here. Alright, I gotta put it in a clamp. This will just never work that way. Okay. This is the one I want here. So I'll clamp those two ends. Let me put my X-ray vision goggles on. Okay, so there you have it. Where are you? There you have it. Can you see that? And back together. So let me just double check my connections. Yeah, the resistor's on the last two and the capacitor goes across each end. Got it. Okay. So that's the story. I'm going to stick this one back in, and then I'm going to check the others and start replacing all the caps. I did manage to track down a transformer. All right, let's take a look at this port right here. That's port number 13, I believe. And if all's correct, it's a capacitor valued at 0.5 microfarad. And again, I'll have to go up and double check. These copies aren't very good. Let's see what we got here. All right. Looks like perhaps I can pull those open and just slide that out, and we'll see what's inside it. There's my noodle nose. Oh my, hope you can see this. So it's a plate, a little plastic plate on the top, and this cardboard wrapping. It's got a lead. It's connected there. There's some kind of oil or something on the cardboard. Let's just look inside here. Or that targook. So I'm almost thinking to keep these leads as short as possible, that I may do away with these and just place the capacitors where they belong, and I can solder right to the chassis for good ground. Yeah, kind of interesting. I don't know why they would have taken the time to put these things in containers like that, but it is interesting. Alright. This one here, this has 2 leads coming out of it. I don't know if that means it's 2 capacitors. Let's see what one that is. That is number 14. Alright, 14 appears to be 2 sections at 0.25 microfarad. So that would be a 2-section cap. And again, it'd probably be a lot easier to just take these and go right to a ground point rather than come all the way back, run across the transformers and everything, just picking up extra noise. I think we may go that route. These little guys that are in here, they're not too bad. I'll take them apart and just replace them with new capacitors. I think the rest are just capacitors. I think this is a 2-place capacitor. This is, they just use that like a standoff, I think, because there's no attachment coming out of the center here. That's just a single capacitor. Okay. So I will begin with recapping this, and we'll pick it up after that. So thanks for watching so far. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am, and we'll find out what else we need. So we need a transformer and 2 vacuum tubes. I know we checked some voltages before, which makes me think that transformer's good. So, all right. Thanks for watching.